friends, and look what I have for you today. That's right, we have Mermaidcorn Surprise, Eggzania Mini Mania, Fairycorn Princess Surprise. It's Rainbocorns, Return of the Corns. Which also sounds kind of like you have a foot problem. But in this case, we have a Rainbocorn situation, and we are going to do some awesome hatching with so many awesome surprises in each one. Let's get started. With me as always for the difficult unboxings, Nate the Great, my box cutter. Nate wants to start with this one. Okay, so let's see what this one is about. I hope I will be able to open this. It looks like it's got a lot of latches and stuff holding it down. It's over 10 surprises to hatch. All kinds of different little things you can get in here. You can get, looks like monkeys, panda bears. So let's see how we're gonna open this guy up. Looks like we got a little bit of stuff to work with here. Nate, help us out. Once you clip them, you can flip them. Do you like that? And hopefully that should unlock it. There we go. Whoops. Okay, we lost one. Let's start with this little friend. Okay, it looks like we should be able to we have a rip strip. Who is in here? I'm gonna move these little friends just a little bit aside so we can see who's in here. Cute. Oh, what is this? Oh, hello. Oh my gosh. I thought it was just a goo, but there's a creature in the goo. Okay, oh my gosh, can you see this little friend here? Oh my gosh, okay. Bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna get something to help this little friend out of here. This is very amniotic sac-like. Bear with me. All right, my friend Dixie has come to help us out. Dixie Plate. Ah, get it? Okay. So, because I feel like this is probably gonna be a slime type thing. But I do want to see who's in here. I was not expecting this. This was a surprise for me. Ready? So this is, yeah, definitely like a slime situation, but it's a nice thick slime. For those of you who might be worrying at home if this is just gonna end up turning into a huge mess, it's a nice, I'd say it's a nice sturdy slime, so it's not super thin. And oh my gosh, what is this teeny tiny, it looks like, it has holes on both sides, and I'm not sure if that's just to prevent it being a choking hazard, or if it's like supposed to go as a bead on like a necklace or something. And I have no idea what creature this is. It's so petite, so wee, but it's cute. Okay, I'm gonna put it here for now. And I'm gonna move the slime aside. Let's go for the next. Okay, what about this one? Let's rip that strip. Woo! Okay. Oh, okay. That was unexpected. This one, this was a lot lighter than I thought, and it has just a very hollow hole in the center. So I'm gonna guess, I'm assuming there's not much to this particular one. Well, let's see. Oh, stickers. Okay. So we have 3 different stickers. Does this mean we get 3 animals, or these are the 3 possibilities? Cow, chicken, and monkey. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's see what we got. Let's get this one. Okay. Say it with me now, ready? Feel shame in your own home that you're saying this out loud, or the dentist's office, wherever you might be. Rip that strip. Okay. Who is in here? Okay, we actually got something. Some sort of critter, looks like. Who do we have? Oh, wait, no. No, there's a bunch of stuff in here. What the heck is going on? Okay, what's in here? It's a bunch of beads, I think. Okay, so I am making a necklace. Oh, fun. Oh, look. Okay. So yeah, so we have the stuff to make a cute little, and I think this is meant to be a bird, right? Because I think now when I'm looking at it closer, it's supposed to be a beak. so we can make a little necklace. So cute. Why don't we do that real quick? There we go. What do you guys think? It's simplistic in its design, but it works, right? Okay, super cute. Now, let's see what's inside the big egg. Okay, what is in here? Okay, you guys ready? Rip that strip. Ah, I'm just gonna pull it off the regular way. How's that? Okay. All right, let's pop it and see what's inside. What kind of friend did we get? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's packed, jam-packed. We got an axolotl. Love it. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. So cute. It's rare that you, I guess it's not rare. Squishmallows also does axolotls, but it's kind of rare elsewhere in the world to get little axolotls. So cute. Shall we peel and reveal? Aww, and it's an axolotl taking selfies. It's so soft and squishy. Super cute. I love all the sparkle on this. And of course, I always love the wings. Ooh, and we got stuff inside here too. Oh, you hang there, my friend. Okay, so we have some instructions here too for the collector's guide. About new crack and hatch. By the way, those little things are called yokies, I guess. That little, tiny little chick necklace pendant that I had gotten. It's called a yoki, I guess. Okay. And inside there's something else, supposedly. I guess inside this one. Okay, let's see what happens. It's interesting because it looks empty. But by the way, this axolotl is named Axel Little. So let's see if we can figure out this situation. It's a... Oh! That was unexpected. Very nice. Okay, so I think that's everything, right? We got the axolotl, we've got this, we've got the little necklace, we've got some cute stickers. Maybe the stickers are of the animals that you don't get. Very cute. I like this guy. I'm happy with this one. What should we do next, Nate? What are you feeling? Oh, Nate. Okay, he's feeling Mermaidcorn. So we have this Rainbocorns Mermaidcorn Surprise, over 35 mermaid surprises inside. And this was the thing that I thought was super cool that I want to show you guys. You see this Try Me Shake and Sparkle. So look at that. Isn't that awesome? The little horn has a little Rainbocorn friend inside it. And I assume this is removable, so you have a cute little extra toy you can play with. Okay, so these are the kind of things we can get. Looks like we can get cows, flamingos, puppies, cats, and an elephant. Because why not? Why can't an elephant also be a mermaid? Why don't they deserve that life? Okay, are we ready for this? Here we go. Let's see if I can open it. Is it taped? It's not taped. All right, Nate, I don't want to have to call Sue, the screwdriver, to help us, but I might have to because I don't want to break this blade. Oh, yeah, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Sue, the screwdriver. She's going to have to help us out. Zero, I'm going to ask, you make these things possibly a little easier for people to open so we don't have to do these epic struggles? That would be awesome. There we go. Atta girl, Sue. Okay, thank you. You can step off stage. Okay, what's in here? What did we get? Woof! It's a good big pop. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. How am I gonna get you out of here, little friend? First, let's take all your little accessories out so you can come out. Oh my gosh. I'm so afraid I'm gonna rip your little tail off. Let's get you out of here. There we go. I mean, how cute is this? So we've got a little kitty Mermaidcorn. A lot of stuff going on there. kitty corn, mermaid corn? Is that what you would say? I love this. Listen, I love this. It's got this foil pattern to it. Bring it close and hopefully you'll be able to see that. It's got an awesome foil pattern to it. And it's still like super soft. It's very, very cool. Okay. And let's find out some more information about you, shall we, my friend? This is not information. This is a scratch map. We will put this aside until I can get your collector's guide and look at you. Okay, there we go. So here's what we can get. These names are cracking me up. Like, for instance, the CC and Coral and Shelly and Marabella and Jewel and Serena. Okay, so we have Marabella. Hi, Marabella. First of all, let's peel and reveal. What's under here? Well, it is. Oh my goodness, this one's a little sticky. Looks like some sort of snorkeling blowfish situation we've got here. That is too cute. Okay, there you go, Marabella. And we have, whoa, a bubble, a big, huge thing of something called bubble mixture. I assume this is slime. I'm not gonna, it feels squishy. I'm not gonna open it right now, but I assume this is probably some sort of slime. And then we have, oh, this feels like play sand. Oh, there's something in here though. Okay, let's see if we can open this up. I'm gonna call on my friend Dixie, hang on. Okay, Dixie? Okay, let's see. This feels, oh yeah, it's like gonna be like a, some sort of sand, like a kinetic sand situation. Very nice. You get different types of things to play with here. Also, how much do I love these bags? Okay, so here's our situation. It's a little, I will tell you, this does not have, you know how kinetic sand feels nice and smooth and not wet, but it just feels silky. This stuff it doesn't feel silky. It feels like it's got a little bit, it feels a little dry. And then we have the makings of another cute little necklace situation. Very cute. I have this the wrong way. And I don't know if you can see in there, but it's all kinds of cute little seashells and stuff. So we can string that up as well. That's what we have here. Okay, we have some shell. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we have some cute little like shell hair clips. And we have a little shell container. And we have a little shell-shaped bubble blower. How cute is that? So, is that what this is for? Okay, so this is legit bubble mixture. It's not like slime. It is actual, bubble soap, bubble solution, so you can blow bubbles. That's cool. Okay, I mean, you know we have to do this, right? We have to try this. Okay, let me open this last package and then we'll try it. Okay, this one, I assume is stickers, or a sticker. Yep. Ooh, Zazzy. I love that. So sparkly. And then here is our Mermaidcorn. She is a certified mermaid. Now, oh my gosh, you think I can do this without making a huge mess? I don't want to call out Dixie's other sister, other Dixie, to help with this. Okay, let's see if I can blow these. If I can pour this in and do, oh, nope, it's already making a mess. Oh, story of my life. Okay. Oh dear, it's very wet. It's very slippery. Oh, and it's on my, you know how I feel about my $17 tablecloth, you guys. Hang on, I'm gonna pour this out safely at another location. I'll be back. Okay, here we go. We've got our bubble solution. Hopefully I poured enough. So magical. Very nice. Very cool. Very nice. I gotta say, with this one, with the Mermaidcorn, excuse me, I want to say Mermaidcorn because that feels more accurate, but Mermaidcorn, I like this one a little better than the other one I just did, because this one, I mean, granted, the price point is a little higher for this one, but you get so much cool stuff, and I love this whole bubble wand thing. Love it. And you get the super cool necklace, and you get this little thing too, right? The little water globe. You get so much with this one. I don't know if I mentioned the barrettes. You also get the barrettes. I mean, you're styling with the Mermaidcorn. Okay, I'm gonna put this together real quick for us. There we go. What do you guys think of that? Pretty cute, right? I like it. Okay. So this one, now that we're done... Oh, wait, I didn't do that little scratch map. Let's see what this was about. Oh. So I did this wrong. Apparently, every one of these that you scratch will tell you what your different surprises are, and I just went ahead and opened them all. I didn't do it properly. Oh. Well, I feel shame. Okay. So the first one says Shake, Splash, and Shimmer. And so that one is going to be our little water globe. The next one says Don't Get Blown Away. I assume that's going to be our bubbles. Yep, so that's our little bubble wand and our bubble solution. And then we have one that says Sandsational Treasure Found Here. And that is our kinetic sand. And then we have Stick Around for a Splashing Time. And that one is going to be our stickers. And then lastly, we have All Tied Up. And I think that one's going to be our necklace. I am wrong. That one is the hair barrette, so all tied up, like tying up your hair. Okay, still super cute. I really like this Mermaidcorn Surprise, you guys. Of the two of these, I would say that this one is my preference for you. Shall we move on to our last thing, which is our Princess Corn? Let me move this stuff aside. Okay, our last one, the Rainbocorns Fairycorn Princess Surprise with over 35 Princess Surprises inside. A wear and share tiara, jewelry, and more. Okay, so maybe I'm going to be nitpicky just because grammar and spelling is a huge thing for me. Is there a country where that's accurate, where it's not jewelry? Because jewelry, let me know. If I've never seen jewelry written like that, but maybe it's written that way like in Canada or England? Because I know that they spell some things a little slightly different than in the United States. Anyway, okay. So you've got some cool surprises here. You could get, looks like you can get a unicorn. Oh, don't fall, girl. Stay. I know, you're overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed. Stay. You can get a kitty Fairycorn Princess, or a unicorn one, or looks like a bunny. Okay, let's see what we're going to get. I am so afraid I'm going to damage this. Okay, so I couldn't get it all. So we're just going to leave that little piece in there for now, and we'll deal with that later. But can we talk about these wings? Aren't these beautiful? I assume they're for the purchaser to enjoy, and they're not part of the Princess Rainbocorn, but let's see. Okay, let's see if we can do this without Sue. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's a good crack. What do we get? Ooh, we got another beautiful kitty corn. It's kitty corn, then it's like the pink and white theme too. Okay, hi. Okay, so these wings indeed, they pop right out. They kind of hook on and then you can pop them out. These are super cute. I am excited to see how these will strap on to myself or little kitten or whoever gets a chance to wear them. Let's set these in the back for now. Let's talk about our little friend here first, huh? Okay, let's see what kind of special princess you are. Let's peel and reveal. Ooh, perfume. Wait, does that mean you have a scent? Okay, I'm gonna try and sniff you real quick. Hang on. No scent, alas. Just smells like plastic, but that's okay. Let's see if maybe you have some scented accessories, right? Okay, so here are the ones that we could possibly get. And the one that we have is Tiara. Oh, so cute. She's a kitty corn, of course. And then, yeah, so the other ones, I guess, apparently the little ones are called boo-boos. I've Rainbocorned before, but I didn't know the terms for all the little things. So I guess the little ones are called boo-boo corns. Okay. Let's see what we have in here. And it looks like in here, we do have indeed, we have some packages. But we also in the bottom have a boo-boo corn. So let's see who we got. Nice easy rip strip there for me. Oh, I mean, look at that. It's a little bunny corn with a crown. I love that. That is too precious. Oh my gosh. That crown just cracks me up. I love it so. And then there's a space here for wings, so we'll have to find the wings. Maybe they're in a different container. Oh, here they are. Okay. And I love the peachiness, the peach and the lime together. It's a nice, and I also love that it has kind of like a gemstone faceting cut, if you will, to it. So that makes it look even more regal. Love that. Even the heart does the same thing too, huh? Okay, what else do we got? We have here some ribbon and some gems. Ooh, so many gems. Okay, so this, I assume, is going to be for the wings. I'm not going to deal with that right now. But from what I looked at, I peeked at the instructions, and it looks like these, this will wind through these loops. And I'll give you guys a picture. I'll send you guys, I'll post on here a picture of what they actually look like on a person. And then we have our pieces here to make a very fancy necklace. And we'll make that in a moment. What else do we have here? Ooh, we have a headband. I'm assuming, ooh, what? Ooh. We have the makings of a wand, looks like, huh? Love this. So cool. Okay, so we have a wand there. And this, I assume, goes with this, right? So let's take this off here. Very cute. And then I'm assuming this is going to be stickers for us. Let's see. Anything else in there? Empty. Okay, so you get a poster. Very nice. A little poster that you could probably hang up in your room if you wanted to. Okay. And you have some super sparkle stickers. Love it. And then, of course, your Fairycorn Princess certificate. And I should also point out that these, the Rainbocorns, they have a hole right there. And that is so they can become pencil choppers. So there you go. Okay. And I think this is a lot smaller, so we're probably just going to get a bracelet, aren't we, for this one? And there we go. Very beautiful. Now that we have all of our creations laid out in front of us, which is my favorite? Which is your favorite? Which one do you like the most? You know, as awesome and fun as they all are, I still gotta go with the Mermaidcorn. This one, you get so much fun stuff with it. And on top of that, again, I can't speak enough about how I love this patterning, this kind of foil print on top of the fur. I love that. So this one I would have to say is my favorite. Second favorite, again, because you get more stuff. And again, I know the price point is slightly higher, but you get more cool stuff that you can play with afterwards. You know, wands and wings and tiaras and things. And that rhymed. And then, of course, not last place, but third in my thoughts, we'll say, we'll go to the Eggzania. I'm saying that correct or I'm saying it backwards. Eggzania Mini Mania, sorry. So that is all I have for you guys this time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!